Alright, if you're starting a YouTube channel, you might find yourself looking at tutorials on YouTube on how to start a channel, what equipment you might need, and just overall tips on what makes a good YouTube channel. Now, on most of the tutorials on YouTube for starting a YouTube channel, you will, for the most part, hear people say you do not need top-of-the-line equipment, and for the most part, that is true. At some point, things get a little challenging when you don't at least have decent equipment, and I found that myself. Now, I personally use a cell phone to record my videos, and it has worked pretty well. Now, in the beginning, unfortunately, I was producing crappy quality videos, and I thought it was the cell phone itself, but realized I just didn't have the settings correct. So the cell phone itself has been working pretty well since I figured out how to set the settings. You can record YouTube videos with a cell phone alone and not have to have high-end video camera. I also was using a very cheap Chinese $13 tripod, which didn't get very high. It got about that high. I mean, it was working fairly well with the seating position. I had to push it back a certain distance for me to capture everything and for my head to not be cut off, even though sometimes I did have my head cut off. That tripod was so cheap, it just broke. One day it fell down and the plastic cracked and the cell phone holder was no longer attached to the tripod. I had to tape it because I could not at the time go ahead and buy a new tripod, and I was using a sock to level it. Needless to say, it was annoying and just not working very well. It was making life a little more difficult than it needed to be. So I finally went on, and as you may have seen in another video, I purchased a new fluid head tripod, and so far that tripod is working very well. I'm very happy with it. The quality is pretty good, and overall it's working. At some point I will be able to stand up in my videos because the tripod does lift pretty high, so I'm happy with that. I also purchased I think it's called Vivitar. I'm not entirely sure of the manufacturer's name, but it is a cell phone holder. And instead of having this normal spring-loaded extenders where you have to push it up, hold it, stick the cell phone in it, this one actually has a screw mechanism, which I like a whole lot better. It doesn't stop there. I am continuously trying slowly but easily to purchase new equipment to make the videos on the Deem channel so much better and to make life a whole lot easier for me. You guys may have seen that for the most part, and I'm sure it's annoying to you and it's been annoying to me, that I've been facing my camera at the TV to record game footage or any other type of footage for that matter off the TV. And I cannot get the lighting right. The quality of the videos are crappy. Some of the stuff is hard to see. I'm always blacked out. Not that you need to see this face. Needless to say, it's horrible. And for a while, across many different videos, I said I'm getting a capture device. I'm getting a capture device. And finally, last Sunday, I sat down to finally purchase a capture device. While on Amazon, I found 3 different capture devices. I was trying to decide which one I wanted. Finally, I came to the decision. Let's look at the 3 different capture devices I was taking a look at, the one I chose, and exactly why I chose this specific capture device. Welcome back to another episode of My Tiny Point of View, and as I stated, I finally purchased a capture device. Oh God, it's about time, and the channel really needs it. I'm sure all of you guys are going to be happy to not see me facing that camera at the TV, because that is annoying. Now, while on Amazon, there were 3 different capture devices I was looking at. The first one looked at was the Avria Media Game Capture HD2. I've been looking at this capture device for a long time. I'm talking over a year since I wanted to get a capture device. So this one's been on my mind for quite some time, so naturally this was the first one I looked at. It records in 1080p, but it's 30 frames a second. And it's a standalone device. You can use it with a PC or without. As I said, it captures in full HD 1080p directly to a USB or internal storage. So this particular device allows you to stick a traditional hard drive inside of it, records, commentates, edits, and uploads directly to YouTube without a PC. You can schedule recordings, set specific times of the recording. It has its own app paired to your mobile device where you can, as I said, edit the video without a computer. Now personally, I like this device because it gives you several different options. It allows you to actually record to and use an actual hard drive inside or a USB stick. On the front of the device, you have a microphone and headphone jack, a USB port, and it has a record and power button. On the back, you have composite in, you have HDMI in and out, you have an Ethernet port. Obviously, this device can upload to YouTube without a PC, and you have your DC in. The AverMedia Game Capture HD2 is going for about $165. So the price is not too bad. I've seen these capture devices go for well over 200, 300 bucks. Now let's take a look at the next device that I looked at. That is the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2. Now this device is really portable, and I like that it has a very small factor design. Now this device records directly to an SD card, which I was really fond of. I'm sure it's going to be a whole lot easier to record to this SD card and just pop it in your laptop for editing. As you can see, it has a pretty cool design. I personally like it. It's very small, as I said, hence the word portable. It records in full HD, 1080p, and 60 frames a second, so you're going to capture some of your newer Xbox One and PlayStation 4 games. And it records, as I said, without a PC directly to SD card. I like the fact that these devices can record without having to connect it to a laptop. It has ultra low latency. It has H.264 hardware encoding, which is nice because that's the encoding used on YouTube. It has USB game capture, so you can capture to a USB drive as well. And this device supports Windows and Mac. Now on the front of the device, you have a headphone jack, and it seems like you can also use a controller for chatting. On the back of the device, you have HDMI out and in. You cannot record via composite. It uses micro USB, and you also have your SD card slot on the back. I do like the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 because obviously it's portable. It has a small form factor. It records directly to an SD card. How easy is that to just pop an SD card into this device, record, then pop it out, pop it in your laptop or your PC, and transfer the videos over for editing. I think it's very simple. This device would be nice to take along with you in case you're on a trip and at a hotel and want to still create content for YouTube. Alright, the next device that I looked at is from Elgato, and you will hear Metal Jesus Rocks talk about his Elgato capture device all the time. He personally likes it, so naturally I decided to take a look at one, and that is the Elgato Game Capture HD60S. The Elgato Game Capture HD60S records in 1080p, 60 frames a second, superior low latency technology. It uses USB 3.0 C ports. It has built-in live streaming for Twitch, YouTube, and more. Supported OSs are Windows 10 and Mac OS Sierra 10.12 or later. Stream commands, you can add a webcam, overlays, and more. So you can do a lot specifically from this device. Now obviously I think that this device has to be connected to a PC to record. I don't specifically see any ports on the side that indicate that you can put a SD card into it. It does on the side here have a microphone in, the HDMI in, and USB-C port. On the other side it has the HDMI out. The Elgato is not a standalone device. It has to be connected to the PC. At least that's what it looks like, unlike the AverMedia 2 devices I looked at before. This specific one's going for $170, and I have seen them go upwards of $250. They are not cheap. Well, here's the Amazon box with the capture device that I chose. Let's get this box open, see exactly which one I chose and why I chose it. Got my handy dandy multi-tool. It is the AverMedia Game Capture HD2. Now, why did I choose this? Well, basically, I like the fact that you can install an internal hard drive inside of it or record to a USB drive. Now, I can also get a USB drive, I think, that has the multi-card reader on it. I'm going to try to test that, see if that works, because that would be cool. And that's the main reason why I chose this. Now, the downfall to this is it does not record in 60 frames a second. At some point, I probably will end up picking up the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2. I do like that device as well. Instead of saving this for an unboxing, let's take a look at what comes in the box. Got my handy dandy multi-tool again. You get the AverMedia Game Capture HD2. You got a quick guide in the box as well. You get a remote control. You get an HDMI cord. Of course, get a pamphlet with AverMedia's other devices, like the Live Gamer Portable, the original one. And on the inside, they also have the other one that I took a look at, which was the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 right here. And also this 40-watt gaming speaker system, which I was looking at just a little while ago. And you have the manual, and of course this is probably got to be the power brick. This is the power brick, which also comes with the clip-on plug for the United States. And most people don't do this, but they do include 2 AAA batteries for the remote control. There you have it, guys. From now on, we're not going to be looking at the screen via my cell phone. We're actually going to have some game footage captured via this device. If you have any questions about the AverMedia Game Capture HD2, please leave them in the comments down below. Also, please let me know if you have this device and what you think of it. And also, if you have another device and you think that that device is a whole lot better than this, please let me know in the comments down below. At some point, I will probably get another one. If you found the information in this video to be of some sort of value, as always, share amongst your friends. Hit that like button. And if you're interested to see more from the Deem channel, please hit the subscribe button.